Thank you all so much for tuning into Town and Country. I'm your host, Alicia Lewis. Happy Monday afternoon, everybody. We have so much going on today. We are first starting things off with Cotton Hall Theater in Colquitt, Georgia. They are stirring up a comedy show with Alabama comedians Claiborne Cox and Jody Fuller on next Saturday. So we are getting details about that and more after coffee and conversation. I meant to say during coffee and conversation. Lord Jesus, happy Monday to me. Happy Monday, Will.
Happy Monday.
Absolutely. All right, well, here to talk about the venue's first live comedy show is artistic director Will Murdoch. Thank you so much for joining me here on Town and Country. I think this is great that what you all are doing. This is the first time ever for a comedy show.
First time ever. We're trying something a little different.
Yeah, so what made you want to do that?
Well, we're always looking for ways to entertain our community, and that includes Albany and everybody who comes to see Swamp Gravy. But you know, it takes a while to put on a play, so we've been looking for something that could fill in those weekends where we aren't doing a play, and we're so excited to have finally gotten these two comedians to come.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about the comedians. So I've seen that one of them is a TikTok comedian, and then the other is a veteran.
Yeah, so Claiborne Cox is actually a high school teacher in Auburn, Alabama.
Okay.
And he actually kind of became a little bit famous from making TikToks with his students. They're really funny. Like, his students will come in and be like doing an outfit of the day with Mr. Cox.
Yeah.
And that's really neat. And then our other, Jody Fuller, he's a veteran, and as he describes himself, a lifelong stutterer. And so he has just got a really interesting worldview too. So they've worked together before, and I think we're gonna have a really fun time.
Yeah, and so what drew you to these two in particular?
Well, we're always looking for people who we think our audience will connect with. So I think it's really neat that they're both Southern and they have that perspective.
Yeah.
But they just are really gonna be putting on a really fun family show. And I think that it'll be a great date night or great night out with friends. So we're just excited to be bringing them and have them in Cotton Hall.
Absolutely. And so did you just find them on TikTok? Were you just scrolling and were like, oh?
We actually found them on a website called Gig Salad, where you kind of cast a net and see which comedians you can find. And then, of course, we went and stalked their TikToks and YouTubes, trying to find that right vibe for Cotton Hall.
Yeah, and that sounds like me. I'm always looking for, different people. And then also TikTok is literally like so amazing.
So great.
It's like such a great tool to use.
For sure. And it's a great way for people and comedians to get their voices out there and kind of, find their audience.
Yeah. Now, is this going to be something that's kid friendly, or is the whole thing?
I think it probably is kid friendly, but I can't promise.
Yeah,
but I think it'll be a great time for everybody who comes.
Absolutely. I know that sometimes comedy shows can be a little tricky
right,
when it comes to like the audience and kids. So
yes, and it's so subjective what people think are going to be funny.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the tickets. Where can we go and find more information about the tickets?
Absolutely. The tickets are $20 each, and they're online at www.swampgravy.com and our vendor eTix. Now, we have had some trouble lately with places selling our tickets for triple or quadruple the amount, so make sure that you're at swampgravy.com.
Okay.
And then the other place you can get them is by calling the box office at 1-229-758-5450.
Perfect. All right, so Will, what are you looking forward to the most? I know that this is the first time ever that you guys are going to be putting this show on, but is it something that's exciting you the most?
Well, I'm just so excited for that moment when the lights go down and everybody is there. Because, everybody who's coming to see a comedy show wants to laugh.
Absolutely.
So I just am so excited for the moment those lights go down, the first joke is told, and everybody is there together having that communal moment.
Yeah, and that's the perfect time. The perfect time now is to laugh, because I feel like, the seasons are changing. People are experiencing, seasonal depression.
Right, it gets dark so early.
Oh my gosh, don't tell me about it.
I know.
I am so tired of it getting so dark. It's like at 6 o'clock, I'm ready to just lay down.
I know. It feels like it's midnight, and then you look at it, it's like, oh, 6:15. Got it.
It's so confusing.
Yeah.
All right, and so I want you to talk a little bit more about the comedians in themselves. Do they plan to stay the whole weekend? How long are they going to be here?
They'll just be there for our Saturday night performance. And what's interesting is Claiborne has this almost this character he's kind of developed.
Oh, nice.
That's so cool to see. He's kind of a dry, wittier kind of humor. And then Jody is just so funny. So I think that the difference between them is going to be exciting because there's something for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I have to ask you, who would you say would be your favorite comedian?
My favorite comedian. Oh, everybody that I just could ever possibly think of just left my head.
Uh-oh.
You know that moment?
Yeah,
It's just completely gone.
Listen, this is live TV. I'm always losing my train of thought.
Oh gosh, I don't even know, but
Okay,
I love
okay.
finding them on TikTok.
Okay. Well, I have another question. What is your favorite comedy movie?
Oh, this is a little bit of a rom-com, but I love The Proposal with Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds.
I've seen that.
I think
like
it's so
that.
funny.
Yeah.
What about
I
you?
like that. I would say comedy. I would have to say Grown Ups.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good
or
one.
Hangover, like that whole sequel. I think it's so funny.
Yeah, for sure.
I can literally watch that over and over again.
Totally.
All right, but tell us again where we can find information about the tickets. And the show is next Saturday. Well, this
Saturday the 16th.
This Saturday the 16th. So tell us about those ticket information and where we can
Yeah,
find them.
again, they're $20, and you can find them online at www.swampgravy.com or call the box office.
Perfect. And then is there any plays coming up at the theater?
Up next, after this, the first 2 weekends of December, we have The Thrill of Hope, which is our Swamp Gravy Christmas production. And it is one of the best scripts. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
It's so funny, and it's really true stories from town. And then in March, we're bringing back our newest Swamp Gravy, and this one is going to be all about spooky stories, ghost stories, guardian angels, and really funny stories that happen in the cemetery.
Nice. All right, so we got to keep up with you.
Absolutely.
And I know that you all post updates on your Facebook
For
page.
sure, our Facebook and Instagram, and we're working on getting our TikTok up and running.
All right, I'll be following. All right, thank you so much, Will.
Thank
All right,
you.
we'll have all this information posted on our website at WALB.com, but don't move a muscle. All right, we're going to take a quick break.